Rich Day, Ash, aka Legacy Building Lady, tapping in on this glorious. Let me position this glorious. Look at that sun. Oh my gosh, son, you're trying to steal this show. Okay, we're gonna come this way. But Legacy Building Lady, tapping in with you. It is a gorgeous day. I like to catch nature when it's just me and nature. Nobody else really around where we can just kind of vibe it out. I love it. But anyway, I'm thinking, and just in case you haven't tapped in with me before, I'm a past life regressionist, tarot consultant, subconscious consultant, coach. And I'm all about utilizing these tools to really get to the nitty gritty of what's going on underneath the consciousness, because that's where all the magic is happening that's running the show. And so being able to figure that out with my clients, being able to figure out with things with my aspects of myself as well, which I'm navigating as well. But when you really help people to see like, this is what's happening. This is why I may have concern, with this certain relationship in my life. Or what's another thing? Like, this is maybe why I've been struggling in my business for so long. Maybe this is why it's hard for me to get clients. Maybe this is hard. It's something going on, some kind of conditioning, something somewhere down the line that you have adopted and said, hey, I'm going to run my human program or my human thinking and functioning based upon these set of ideas, whether they are really getting me what I want or not. I'm going to run my program on them. So I help you to find the ones that are actually working for you or that align with what you want and run those on your program. Just for another way to say what I do. But anyway, I'm thinking about the aspect of me that is a Virgo Rising coupled with 1-3 profile in human design. I'm a manifesting generator. But, the hermit, that researcher hermit person, then a Virgo. Like, in our less mature, or from a not as mature, I'm going to just say it that way, perspective, that can be a challenging experience, like literally, because a Virgo, and I'm just reflecting again in my work, I reflect on my own mind, my own memories, my own experiences, to be able to pinpoint certain aspects of myself, right? So for example, growing up, I've always been very ambitious, always wanted to align with more, have more, be more. I feel like that's a natural wiring for me. It kind of got skewed around, couple things happened. I found out in my journey, but whatever the case may be, I always wanted to be the very best that I could be in what I was doing. And when you're not as mature, you're always striving for perfection. It has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. And learning to embrace, failures, because that can be challenging. And then feeling the need, going into the human design piece, the 1-3, the hermit, the researcher, like, man, I don't want to talk about that, because wonder if somebody asks me something I don't know. You go through all this stuff, all these things, and yeah, to be honest, some of that stuff could happen. But the thing is, being grounded in yourself, knowing that if you don't know, you know who to ask, you know where to go to get the information. You govern how the outcome of that. That's not outside of your scope of solution. So yeah, I'm just reflecting on that this rising, like, man, because sometimes you see something and you think, this is how something is, but we all have different stages, different levels that we're at. And that's why a lot of times too, you may see like expression, or we'll use fashion as an example. I know my fashion at this stage of where I'm at wouldn't look like my fashion as I was to increase my currency flow. It's going to get modified through each phase of whatever stage that I'm in. Because again, with the mentality of I want to be more, do more, have more, as I get more. Now, let me say this too on the other side. Just because I don't have a lot doesn't mean I can't make more out of the less that I have. And I'm going to say it again because I'm not trying to really be, but I want to make sure you're following. Just because I have less doesn't mean I still can't have more with my less. That's where we have creativity come in, right? being creative and innovative enough to take your less and make more out of it. That's why people who have that gift and you know who you are lethal. You are lethal. I love it. I love that. That's a beautiful thing because everybody doesn't have that. Well, let me say this. I feel that people do. We're not in the habit of, when you're not in certain situations that call upon you activating certain aspects of yourself, you don't know what you do and don't have. That's why even when we're in challenging situations, that's why, they have the saying, give thanks or still celebrate the challenging situations, because a lot of times that's letting you know your character, who you are on a deeper level. When the as they say, the shit hits the fan, the funk hits the fan, whatever's popping off, whatever's going on, how do you respond? That's who you are, right? That's who you are. That person that shows up then, because there's no lights, there's no cameras, and for some of us, there's never lights or cameras. Or that we're aware of. Anyway, I'm being goofy. But that we're aware of, right? So with that, it's just recognizing that the challenges give us an opportunity to examine and see where we are as, life forms, beings here, having our human experience. So give thanks for those things. But yeah, just in case you're tapping in with me now, because it might sound like I'm rambling, but it all goes together. But I'm having a reflective moment on my Virgo rising positioning and ascendant, because I'm Virgo, Leo, Virgo, and this is tropical astrology, because yes, there's different. Man, astrology is so vast. Shout out to the astrologists and the specialized astrologists, all the astrologists, cosmologists, numerologists, cardologists, hoodoo fam, like everybody, like I love you all to life, occultists, everybody about going, getting down to that nitty gritty. But anyway, genealogists. I gotta say genealogists. Oh, I gotta say genealogists. Yes. Knowing your bloodline, knowing who you are from, who makes you up, why you are the way that you are. And shout out to Naya for mentioning knowing their behaviors. That's so effing paramount. Knowing their behaviors, like why they show up the way that they show up and why you may be showing up. Like knowing who you are from every level and layer is like, it's golden. It's gold. You want to know that. You want to be aware of it, and you want to be able to govern yourself accordingly. You govern yourself or yourselves, however you want to look at it, accordingly. Govern yourselves accordingly. That's important. You being able to govern yourselves accordingly. Those who know, you know what I'm talking about. But whatever the case may be, yeah, Virgo Rising, 1-3 profile human design, and yeah, I'm just grateful I've been able to get as much done with those and where I've been evolving from. Because again, to give further, I guess, context, I am a person that earlier in life, I was very outgoing. I really, I keep, a phase of my life that hits me the most is like Young Authors Day. Young Authors Day, 3rd grade. And I don't want to be on here too long, but had Young Authors Day, got up in front of everybody, read this juicy story, parents were around. It was just, I was in bliss. Like, that was me. But later on, I got caught up in thinking something that I really shared with no one, to be honest. It's just the thought I had, and it kind of put me in this little shell that I've been coming back out of. And I give thanks for that, because I'm such an amazing person, amazing being, amazing gifts, and a lot of us are, but we lose ourselves. And I'm just here to let you know that you are in there. Like, all of you is in you. All the yous are all the you. You're all there. And everybody deserves an opportunity to play and show up and really live and make your existence a beautiful one. So anyway, past life regressionist, tarot consultant, coach. Hit me up, legacybuildinglady@gmail.com. I'm going to keep enjoying this glorious Saturday, making the most of this Saturn day, making the most of this time, okay? Love you all to life. Peace, peace, peace.